live. Okay. Let me see. Why is it not showing up? 1 second. Make sure we can get it going. Okay. Why is it not showing up? Okay, go set that by him. Okay, Nana. 1 second. Make sure we can get it going. Okay. Okay, here we go. Nana, can you see us?
Nope. I've just got the old one here. It won't.
Okay, I'm gonna have Tim resend you the link. Then, or maybe I can. Man,
my hips hurt.
All right, so we are going to be making sugar cookies with pink vanilla buttercream, and we're going to make them into cookie sandwiches. So I have my friend Mac here with me. She's going to be doing the buttercream frosting, so let's do that. So, all right, Mac, just walk us through what ingredients you're putting in.
Okay. So first, need a pair of scissors. The bag's not open.
So she has her mixer prepped and ready to go. The bowl on, unplugged with the whisking piece on. So she's just opening her powdered sugar now. And she's going to use about half that bag. Here you go.
I don't need the step stool. I'm fine.
Okay, while she's doing that, I'm getting our sugar cookie mixture ready. I cracked the egg, and now I'm just whisking it in the bowl. Then I also have my stick of butter that is softened that I'm going to add in with that egg. Okay. Perfect. That's good. Okay. Now, Mac is going to continue with the buttercream recipe.
Next, we are going to add the
Butter, right? Or more? Yep, the butter.
Yeah, the butter.
So we already have everything measured out for the most part. So she's just going to go ahead and add that butter in. You can use the mixer. Yeah. That works. Like this. May I? Excuse me. I want to try and use all that butter.
Then next we're going to use our
Crisco.
vegetable. Large stuff.
Our vegetable shortening. Just going to scoop that in there. Use the thing. Use the whisk. There you go. Alright, now that she's done with that, I'm just going to move that out of her way while she continues going.
Okay, and then next we need...
Watch your leg, please.
We are going to use our vanilla extract.
Yep, that one.
Okay.
So we like to use, at Monkeys, we like to use Wilton flavoring, which is what this is. This is a nice big container of vanilla from Wilton.
And then we add our milk. I need the...
Sorry.
Thank you.
Yep. One more.
Yeah, I thought I was missing one more.
Perfect.
Now you can take that.
All right, now that we have all of our ingredients in there, we are just gonna set our stand mixer down. We're gonna lock it in place, scrape those sides if we need to. You always want to put the ingredients in while your mixer is unplugged for safety reasons, and then we're gonna go ahead and put that in. Then we're gonna put it on about 2 and let that mix around for a little bit. While that's mixing, we are gonna work on our sugar cookies. So like I said, we already have that butter softened and that egg in there. So now we already have everything measured out. So here we have our sugar and our salt. So we're just gonna add that in, and then we're gonna mix that around. This is the start to our cookies. We want to make sure it's nice and smooth and blended in there nice and good. So this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be nice and smooth. Then we are going to do our vanilla. Do you want to turn the mixer up, please?
Yeah.
You want to really make sure you're watching your frosting in that mixer because it likes to clump up right in that whisk. So by turning it up even slightly more, we'll knock it out of that whisk and then it will start to blend properly. So now that we have, back to our sugar cookie mix, now that we have our vanilla added, we're just going to mix it. Now it looks almost like an ice cream. Okay, so now we just need to put our flour in. Okay, so now we have our flour and we're just going to slowly start to add that. You want to put that away? Yep. Yeah. Just lay it down there. So we're just mixing. Ooh, that looks perfect. I'm gonna have Max stop the mixer. I really like that. And I'm gonna have her take the bowl off and show you what that buttercream icing looks like right now.
There's no handle for this bowl. I don't like it.
So
this
that's
is what it looks like.
Yep. And we're gonna scrape down those sides, and then we're gonna add some more of the powdered sugar, and then we're gonna add a tiny bit more of the pink food coloring just to give it more of a brighter pink.
I'm on the drop in, try to get that card.
There we go. That should be good. Okay. While she's doing that, I have that first bit of flour really mixed in well. So this is what our cookie is starting to look like. See, it's nice and thick. It holds nice and firm unless you give it a good shake. Nice and sticky. Oh, you don't have to do that.
You know, it was just bothering me.
Yeah, maybe just kill
Okay, so now we're just going to add a little bit more of that flour.
Doors where the card is.
Make sure you have your cookie cutter ready. Oh, sorry, I unplugged it.
I need to add more powdered sugar, right?
Yep.
Didn't do that yet. How much do I need that one?
Just a tiny bit. Let me
That
see.
should be good.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. So, now if you watched my sour cream cookie video, my previous video, our dough, is starting to get that clump, that crumbly clumpy, which is what we want. So that's perfect. And now you see we have flour left over. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sprinkle the flour on the counter. Not a whole lot. And then we're just going to take and scoop that dough out. And then we're just going to start working our dough and forming it. Oh, that looks perfect. So now our icing is done. So I'll have Mac unplug the mixer.
Yeah, like Blaze must have called the helicopter to get him.
You're okay. And then she's gonna lift it. Go ahead, take the whisk off. Leave the bowl locked. Leave that bowl locked in place. Lift, twist. There you go. And then she's just gonna tap that excess frosting off. Gotta tap it rather hard. It's nice and thick, but also super creamy, just the way we want it. So as you see, I'm working that dough to the point where it's picked up almost all that flour off the counter. So now it's nice, thick dough. Yeah. Then you can go ahead and use that scraper, that orange scraper right there. Okay. I'm just going to add a tiny bit more flour. And then we're just going to coat the outside of that dough with some flour. So it's not sticking so much. And then we can begin rolling it out, which this cookie
Oh yeah, if you honk the horn on the boat twice on any boat, you get a supply drop.
dough, with this dough, we want it
If you go to like
nice and thin, not too thick.
like where you control the ship, you can get
See, and I, therefore, you saw, didn't have actually quite enough flour in it. So when you see your dough do that, you know you didn't add enough flour. So then you're just going to want to gradually add some more flour until it doesn't do that. Oh no, we lost you there. Sorry about that. Set you back up.
Where do you want me to throw this?
In the sink.
Okay.
got it.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're just gonna roll it out. There we go. Now you see it's nice. Just gonna roll it out. Nice, get a nice even roll. And since we are making these cookie sandwiches, we need an even amount of circles. So here be one set. And stay nice along those edges. Get as close as you can so you can use as much of that dough. There's another set.
You got like 3 seconds. You got like 3
Okay.
seconds.
And actually, I'm going to have Matt continue cutting the cookies out, and I'm going to transfer that frosting into our piping bag that we have ready. And then once she has cookies cut out, she's just going to transfer them to our baking sheet that we also have ready. For these cookies, you want to bake them at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 to 12 minutes. Sometimes they could take a little longer, sometimes less. Just all depends on how thick of a cookie you want.
Are you not throwing anything on anymore?
No. Alright, so we're getting that hot pink icing nice and ready, getting it ready for when those cookies are done. We'll just pop them in the freezer for about 5 minutes or so. Let them cool off.
Use this spatula.
You just pick them up and put them on there. So now we have our piping bag ready. Yep. There you go. So, we're just going to be transferring those cookies over. This dough is not safe to eat raw, just because it has that raw egg and that non-baked flour in it. Most people don't know, but flour is super dangerous to consume raw. So you always want to make sure that if you are eating any cookie,
Got a precision. Right down there. Just put a precision on.
just make sure you have that cookie dough is safe to eat. No raw egg, no raw flour, nothing like that.
Jump off
So
there.
now we have our pan full of cookies. So Mac is just gonna throw those in the oven, and we're just gonna have our Alexa set in a timer. Alexa, please set a 15, or I'm sorry, Alexa, please set a 10-minute timer.
Yeah.
She didn't understand me. Alexa, please set a 10-minute timer.
Second timer, 10 minutes, starting now.
Thank
Do you
you.
want to name this timer?
Cookies.
Okay, I'll call it a cookies timer. 10 minutes, starting now.
Okay, so we did make some earlier, and Mac and I are gonna bring those over, and we'll show you them, and we are gonna give them a try here. Hopefully you don't fall on us. Yep. Mac, do you want to go ahead and show our viewers our cookie sandwiches?
So this is our finished product.
These are our sugar cookie sandwiches. So we're gonna go ahead, take a bite.
I didn't know that until I picked it up. I was like, oh. There's a street sweeper in, I think it's a prison that I want to grab. I don't know exactly where that street sweeper is, but there's a street sweeper.
Those cookies, they have a nice crunch to them.
It's on top of a water tower. It spawns on site.
Make sure you don't smush it. Or
Yes.
it'll be falling like
Yes,
this.
please be careful with the amount of frosting you put in there, and when you go to bite it. These are a super fun, easy cookie to make.
They don't spawn always. Like they spawn like the some games.
As you can see, somewhat messy though.
Yeah, they spawn some
Would
games
you like a
with
paper
MP5s.
paper towel?
Yeah.
It's intense.
Here you go.
I don't know what it is, but
You
I
can
know
go
it's
wash your
in,
hands if you want. But yes, these are our cookie sandwiches.
Open up the bathroom.
Yes, I can.
Maybe turn on the sink.
No, you'll be okay. So now, while those cookies are baking, we're just going to clean up our station. We want to keep our station nice and clean. Let's prop you up here a little better. There we go. Paul. There we go. Mac is a guest in my house today. So she is new with this. But this is a really fun, easy recipe to do. Just make sure you keep your station nice and clean.
Yeah,
I always
got the blue.
wipe my station down with a Clorox wipe. I let it dry, and then I'll use water and a tiny, warm water and on a paper towel to wipe it up. And then with that extra baking, you are removing those chemicals. But now I'm kind of just
I don't know if it's
shaping
fine,
that dough, keeping it nice and firm. Okay.
It's got chemical.
You don't have to do just round shaped. You can do
I got frosting in my hair.
you can do whatever shape you want. Dog, cat,
Porcupine.
porcupine, hearts, whatever you want.
Broken heart if you're lonely like me.
Don't listen to her.
Come on, I didn't get all the frosting off.
Oh, I need help.
No, super easy, super fun recipe. I do take suggestions on if you have a baking recipe you want me to try. I will be making more videos in the future, either by myself or with Mac assisting me. But yeah, you saw us doing the dough. You saw us doing the frosting. Now we're kind of just waiting for those cookies to finish baking, which it looks like they have about 5 more minutes. So I'm just going to leave the video playing. Any comments or anything like that pop up, we will answer those questions. I guess, do you have any questions or thoughts you want to share with our viewers today?
Super fun. My baking experience is not that good, but super fun. Try it at home.
Yep, baking is a really fun, relaxing activity if you have the time and the equipment to do it. As I stated in my last video, I was very nicely gifted my KitchenAid stand mixer from my boyfriend. And I absolutely love it. He uses it, I use it. Actually, the butter we used in our frosting today that you saw Mac using in the frosting was a butter he made with my mixer. But we are going to check on our cookies here. They are looking good. About 3 more minutes. But we will, like I said, we're just going to leave the video feed running for a few minutes here. If you have any questions or comments or any recipes or anything like that you want to share with us, please feel free to do that. Again, if you have any comments or anything like that, just reach out to us. We are going to try to be setting up a website here soon. I don't just do the baking. We're planning in the near future, hopefully in a couple of years soon, to be actually opening up a shop here in South Dakota where my boyfriend calls them a foo-foo shop, but it's going to be called Monkeys. We're going to have the baking. Then I do a lot of homemade crafts. I make soaps, I do scarves, I knit, I can knit baby blankets, and I'm just going to have a bunch of featured homemade products in there that I make, my mom makes, or even if my friends want to make them.
Oh my gosh, did you see that?
But yep, we're going to hope to open or get a website going here soon. So just be watching for that. But I'm going to let Mac practice rolling out her dough. Sometimes she gets it a little thin.
You've never even seen me roll.
I know, I'm just teasing you.
Hey, I took a cooking class. I did pretty good.
Why don't you tell our viewers about your cooking class?
Well, I didn't burn down my school, so that's a plus.
Are people still love their fish?
Do you like cooking or baking more?
Baking.
Baking? Why's that?
Because my parents and family refuse to eat my cooking.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay. Would you want to do any cake decorating in a video with me one day?
Oh yeah, I like to make Halloween kind of cupcakes.
Oh, we got a Halloween girl?
Horror movie.
Horror movie? Okay. Now, if you could perfectly replicate a cake to look like one of your favorite horror movie characters, who would you replicate? Because I know you love watching Is It Cake on Netflix.
Oh yeah, I finished that. It only took me a day.
And yet again, she is ahead of me.
I watch cooking shows too much.
Okay, but which character would you do?
Yeah, there's 2 up here, fish. Killed one.
That
but
is a
probably
very
not.
good question. Depends on who I'm feeling.
Who you're feeling, okay. And our cookie timer is actually just about to go off. And our cookies are done. Actually,
that's true.
Alexa, stop.
There's one down.
Alexa, stop
There's one
timers.
down.
You have 2 timers on this device. A 10-minute timer with about 33
Oh.
seconds left and a cookies timer with about
Fucking
47
topic
seconds
chemical.
left. Which one do you want to cancel?
Both.
Does it look
Canceling
goldish?
both timers.
Yeah.
Okay, now that we have our cookies done and hot out of the oven, we are just gonna pop them in the freezer here for a second. And then we will show you
Fish, you fuck this dude up with me?
what piping the cookies with icing. So I'm just transferring the cookies from that hot pan to our cooling rack, which then I'm gonna set in our freezer for about 5 minutes, sometimes less. And then once those are nice and cool, we will start decorating them.
Hey Alicia, I did it perfectly. Scream mask.
Look at that. I thought you were rolling it out.
I was, and then somehow this happened. This is now my proudest accomplishment.
Why?
Keep going.
I feel scared and timid.
All right. Would you like to show our viewers your lovely
Creation.
creation? Yeah, that is a really good word. Pick it up and show the viewers your creation.
I think it's stuck on it.
Do you want me to? There you go. And go ahead. Some people might not even know who it is, but go ahead and just tell them.
Dude, that's
Tried
new
my
on
best to
chemical.
do the
Let's get
scream
the
mask.
new
I think it
chemical.
kind of looks a
The
little
dude
bit
in
like
Carbon
it, just
88?
needs the cloak.
Yep.
Finishing product.
Okay. Let's
I
roll them
should've-
out and make more cookies.
I should have taken a photo.
You can do it again. You got time.
I'm pretty sure I'll be on this a lot, so I can do it with the next
Dude,
batch of
don't freaking
cookies that we
chemicals
do.
pissing me off.
Yeah. Do you have any suggestions for what we should do for our next live?
Chemical roof, chemical roof.
Triple chocolate fudge cupcakes. Don't even know if that's a real thing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I do have a double chocolate cookie recipe. Not cookie, cupcake recipe.
Okay, we could do that next time.
Okay.
We just need to think of frosting.
Frosting. I have...
He's literally just camping on freaking.
Actually, I was thinking if we didn't do chocolate, I have a new orange. That's okay. I have a new orange, it's a dreamsicle cupcake. Actually, it's gonna be that orange flavoring with that like
It's vanilla, like they do vanilla ice cream in like dreamsicles.
Yep. it's gonna be an orange based cupcake with, I think we're gonna do like a cream filling, or maybe even just like a vanilla icing on top. We'll keep you posted on when we are going to do our next live and what we are going to be doing. All of my recipes that we use in this show are personal to me, so I will not share the exact amount of the ingredients. I will tell you some of the ingredients, not all of them, just because I've had issues in the past where someone has stolen one of my cookie recipes and claimed it as their own. So we try to keep it discreet. We will be taking orders here soon
You gonna play Vanguard?
for cookies and cupcakes in and around the Brookings area. I am from Aberdeen, so every now and then when I'm up in Aberdeen, I can do some orders for up there. But until we get our full-on business website up and running, I'm just gonna do in the Brookings area for now. I will start posting more on the Instagram and here on the Twitch the flavors of cookies and cupcakes and cakes that I have, the types of icings I can do, icing flavors I typically do, a vanilla or that white buttercream, which is what we did today. And then, yeah. I try not to overprice my products, but some items, the ingredients prices have gone up, so some of my prices did go up a little, but that doesn't look that bad. She made a smaller version of her screen mask. And now that we've been talking for a while, I'm going to check on our cookies, and they are nice and cooled off. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring our cookie rack over.
I should have been a sculptor.
It's not too late.
It is in my family.
Okay.
It's fine by me.
We have a 12-inch piping bag with the sunny side up bakery piping tip 105. And then we have a 21-inch piping bag with the Wilton piping tip 1M. So I will do a cookie
And where?
here with the 1M.
MP5's right there. if
The
you wanna go
1M.
see it. If it spawns in.
All right.
Well done.
So here we have one design, and then another one is just doing those stars. Pardon me, so they can see those stars.
Land on Big
The
Blue, so
star
yeah.
type is for those that don't want as much icing, but still want that icing there.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 people over there.
And then I will let Mac do whatever she'd like with this 105 piping tip. Pardon me, I'm sorry.
Oops, sorry. If you are a beginner like me, don't have any hope with your creations. They're gonna look horrible.
I am all self-taught.
Dude, he's hurt.
I've watched a few YouTube videos, but even with that, I'm mostly self-taught.
Oh my gosh,
You
fish,
are
I thought
gonna
you just
want
broke
to
your ankle.
twist. I'm gonna help you. You're gonna want to twist your. See, I'll show all of you. When you have such a small piping bag, you want to take. I'm right-handed. You're right-handed.
Yeah.
So we're both right-handed. It'd be the same if you were left-handed, but I'm gonna show you right-handed. You want all that icing pushed down, so it's nice and tight and filled, and then you're gonna have all this space up here. You're gonna take your pointer finger and your thumb, and you're gonna twist it, and then you're just gonna have it pinched between there, and then you are going to be able just to squeeze that icing nicely out.
Oh, last one he's hurt. Last one's hurt.
And I do apologize, I forgot to mention in the beginning of my video that if you hear a gentleman talking in the background, that is my boyfriend yet again.
He's on the
He
stairs.
Playing his
Gorgeous.
video
On the
game.
stairs. Watch those stairs.
Show them, it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good for a first time person.
Well, I've used piping bags before, but this is what it looks like. We're going for a Picasso vibe.
I'm gonna step aside and wash my hands while you finish that.
You want me to do the other cookie?
Yes, ma'am.
Sweet. Okay, and then I'm going to try a different design. Come on, TikTok, don't fail me now.
And these ones, we did make a batch beforehand to start the live, and we were going for an Easter theme with some yellow in the dough.
Whoa.
But
Down,
those
2 of them
cookies,
down. One
They
down.
got a little drier,
One
that's why they had
top.
that so much of a crunch.
Which one was it? Was it that?
But
rocky
these
stuff?
ones, they're a lot softer, and so we are definitely going to go ahead and give these ones a try. And we will tell you if there is that difference. Wrong
Of course,
thing
I was
there.
pretty firing around the stairs.
But this is my second attempt. Not bad.
It's pretty good, actually.
Thank you.
So I'm actually going to invite my boyfriend over here to step in the frame with us and go ahead and try a cookie. So hold on. We need him.
He said. He's already in shot. Yeah, dude, he might be cheating.
This may take a little. But in this case, I'll be working on mini scream
What's that?
mask.
All right. He is finishing up.
It doesn't actually look like a mask. I feel like it does.
But there are many different varieties of cookie sandwiches. Personally, I think they're good warm. A lot of people like them kept in like the cooler where the icing sets up more and it's a little harder. But he is gonna be joining us. But I'm gonna eat this one. Which one are you gonna eat?
The pretty one that I made.
The pretty one that you made. So then these are his options. Right there. So, yep, you can see right in there the different types. Some people even will have their icing like thick. But we're going to try ours while we wait for his.
Oh shit. Where at? What are you talking about?
This one's a lot softer.
I like this one more.
Yep, I agree with you. So, there you have it. Food coloring does make a difference. That yellow in that first batch, like we said, kind of dried the cookies out. These ones are a lot better.
Which one is it, do you know?
Good catch.
I took out my icing.
Sorry.
Dang it.
That's okay. All right. Forget about him. Thank you for watching. Again, if you have any suggestions on what you want us to make next, go ahead and leave them. That's all for today. Thank you.
No, it's just money.